Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. It's the middle of the week, but it is also, as I said yesterday, my Friday today. I'm off the next 2 days, which is very exciting stuff. It kind of makes me want to go long today, but we'll see how I feel, because I wouldn't mind playing a bit of Tales of Symphonia as well tonight. But again, we shall see, because who knows? Who knows? But we left off. We had done our investigation, tried to get some new clues about things, found some weird paint on a penguin's foot, I guess. I was about to say fin, but it's not a fin, it's a foot. And now we're in court, and we have to figure out how the heck we're going to defend Sasha. What? The ship's doctor and Azure were romantically involved? Well, that's my theory, but I don't actually know if it's really true. Azure would never get involved with that god-awful ship's doctor. But I do admit, they were friends. But would Azure send Dr. Crab videos, I wonder? Videos? What do you mean? Azure used to send her boyfriend videos of herself teaching the orca tricks. I used to help Azure take the videos on her TV phone. This is an interesting bit of information. Yeah, it means that he could have known the hand movements or whatever to get the orca to attack or not attack, but do the tricks. So TV phones can shoot videos too, huh? My dumb phone sure can't. These TV phones are amazing. They can even record sounds you and I can't hear. All the equipment we use at Ship's Aquarium is high tech. The ship's doctor sends away for all kinds of electronics. So all the high tech stuff that Dr. Crab's doing, huh? Anyway, I still highly doubt Azura's boyfriend was the ship's doctor. But Dr. Crab found a charm yesterday. He was really shaken by it. Hey, you leave that alone. That belonged to Azura. What was Azura's charm doing in Rifle's stomach? That charm looked just like your keepsake of Azura. Yeah, well, she did say she and her boyfriend had matching charms. Were the ship's doctor and Azura really a couple? I can't believe it. I think Dr. Crab will be called as a witness today. There are still so many unanswered questions, but I hope to solve them all in today's trial. I believe in you two. I know you can do it. And we will, Sasha. We promise. Damn straight. Day 2. Court is now in session. Court is now in session for the trial of Sasha Buckler. The defense is ready. Ready. Now I'm completely thrown off. Very good. It appears both the prosecution and the defense are ready. Yesterday it was proven that the orca was not guilty, that the victim fell to his death. Prosecutor Blackwell, did your investigation of the orca pool area turn up anything? It did. We found a blood stain from the victim at the bottom of the pool. On this. Oh, aye. What a frightening looking rock. And you say there's a blood stain on it. Just looking at it gives me the willies. So can we assume that there was no water in the pool at the time of the incident? Very good. What a clever little deduction. Ho ho! Well, it's nice to get a compliment from the prosecution for a change. Prosecutor Blackwell's completely tamed the judge with his carrot and stick approach. I guess I should have brought a few carrots of my own. Right. Moving along. I prepared a witness. Buckler was the only one who entered that room when there was no water in the pool. The witness will prove that. Come to the stand, witness. Name and occupation. Dr. Herman Peep. Sniper, stay in there. And who is that cute little creature? Such a restless bird. Quite unlike Taka. Beep. Wow. Shock went up for Taka. He shut Sniper up with a single sound. Son of a gun. Dr. Herman Crab, Ship Aquarium's veterinarian. And could you tell us the name of your cute little friend there as well? Your Honor, please focus on the case. What is important to learn all we can about the witness? This is Sniper. Beep, beep. She's the offspring of a penguin named Rifle. Sniper lives in my hair. She might cause a commotion now and then, but please try to ignore her. I was originally going to call the animal keeper to the stand, but he refused to testify, so I settled on the veterinarian. Now tell us, why was the defendant in the orca pool room when the water was drained? In the early morning hours of July 20th, Sasha was cleaning the orca pool room. Sasha and Jack Shipley, the owner, were scheduled to do the cleaning together. During cleaning, the pool water is drained. While the cleaning was going on, Marlon was taking care of the orca in the show pool. The pool water would never be drained unless the pool was being cleaned. Your claim is that the victim was made to fall to his death during the cleaning. Only Buckler and the owner had the security card necessary to enter the orca pool room. And we already know from the security company's record of card usage that the defendant was in the orca pool room during the time of cleaning. The witness's testimony and the record of security card usage are conclusive evidence. Okay, but is there evidence of the captain going in with his card, though? So, no one besides the defendant was at the scene. The water in the pool was drained. Uh-oh. Judge Hardy seems to be leaning towards the other side. We had to strike fast. Your Honor, we're ready for our cross-examination now. Oh, yes, of course. Please proceed, then. The power of youth comes in handy at times like these. Yeah, good job, Athena. Do, 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 do. All right, let's get to pressing. Why is the cleaning done so early in the morning? Essentially the middle of the night. Our aquarium is open every day of the year without break. So of course the cleaning has to be done at night when there are no visitors. No days off, is that it? Can relate to that. Yeah, I guess prisoners don't get to take days off. Things sure are different around our office, huh, boss? You don't have to rub it in quite so enthusiastically. So, was the defendant clean alone? No. You sure about that?
Hold it!
But Miss Buckler said that Mr. Shipley never showed up to help with the cleaning. I don't know anything about that. All I know is what was on the schedule. Maybe they changed plans. They probably got awkward with each other after their fight. In any case, there's no proof the victim entered the orca pool room during cleaning.
Objection!
This is true. If you don't stop your yammering, I will pull your tongue out and barbecue it. Yeah, do you have to be so violent? I just watched an episode of Panty and Stocking, episode 8, which has like this great musical number in it. And one of the bits, the reason why it becomes a musical is because Panty says fuck too much. And so God puts like a little ring around her tongue, and every time she swears, it cuts off her tongue, which then regenerates because she's an angel. But then it turns out that if she sings, it gets around it. And then there's this whole musical number, and it's very, very silly. Anyway, proof or none, the victim must have entered the pool room during cleaning. Witness, tell him why. Jack must have entered the orca pool room. The reason I think so is because the record of card usage shows that Sasha entered the orca pool room.
Hold it!
Okay, that doesn't tie in at all, though. Do you mean to say that the record shows both of their cards being used? No, only Sasha's. But they must have gone in together. Jack's body was found in that room, so that's the only logical explanation. We talked about this just yesterday. What purpose does that brain of yours serve? God. Even more bird brain than rifle.
Objection!
Witness, I will not allow birds to be belittled in my presence. Limit your disparaging comments to the defense alone. So I get disparaged either way. Great. Bird lover, huh? Guess we're not destined to become best friends. That is fine. All I need is for you to talk about the state of the scene during cleaning. Alright, fine. Oh, I don't know. I think the two of them were made for each other. During cleaning, the pool water is drained. So the cleaning is done with the pool drained of water? That's right. They use the hoist there to lower themselves to the bottom of the pool. They can do regular cleaning with water in the pool, but this was an intensive session. I never cleaned my own lab, however. Don't you think it might be due then? Guess I can't talk though. Well, Sasha and Marlon come in and clean it for me on occasion, but I'm too busy myself. I have animals to look after. This one, for example. Such an adorable little creature. He lends cheer to this bleak courtroom. Your reaction to Taka was very different, as I recall. Oh, Taka's a fine bird too, of course. Please, continue, Dr. Crab. Quickly now. As I was saying, Sasha was cleaning the orca pool room. While the cleaning was going on, Marlon was taking care of the orca pool. So Orla was moved all the way over to the show pool. Why is that? Well, it wouldn't do to get her covered in cleanser, would it? Of course she was moved. You don't take a bath while you're cleaning the tub, do you? Excellent point. I usually clean the tub after I take a bath myself. I was assigned to clean the shower stalls yesterday. They were cleaner than an Edo bathhouse by the time I was done. I guess Prosecutor Blackwell is the fastidious type. I polished it so well, I bet the inmates are slipping and sliding all over right about now. Maybe he's not so much the fastidious type as the prankster type. Somehow I don't think that's it either. Anyway, cleaning the orca pool is just like cleaning the tub. The pool water would never be drained unless the pool was being cleaned.
Hold it!
There's no possibility it would be drained at any other time, other than during cleaning. None. Ugh, shut down with a single word. Why are you so certain? Think about it. If the pool water were drained, what would happen to the orca? The poor thing! Whose side are you on, Athena? Exactly, young lady. Without water, Orla would be alright for a short period of time. But anything longer than that would pose serious risks. She'd even die. So the fact that Orla is alive and well is proof the water wasn't drained on her? That's right. The orca pool and the show stage pool are next door to each other. A hoist runs between the two to move the orca and equipment back and forth. When intensive cleaning is done, the orcas move to the show stage pool first. So the water is only drained while the pool is being cleaned. Please add that information to your testimony.
Hold it!
I guess you're right. Son of a gun. Then why did you harp on it so? The defense loves to make a fuss over nothing. You like to stir up trouble, don't you, Mr. Lawyer? Just like this one. How rude. Don't compare Mr. Wright to Sniper. Granted, his suit may make him look a little like a penguin. Athena, is that what she really thinks of me? Wish Sniper and Miss Baby Chick would both stop all the peeping and cheeping. Miss Baby Chick? How dare you? No, wait, that actually sounds pretty cute. Wow, he just got away with calling a young woman a chick in court. Yeah, it's a Christmas miracle. Courtroom miracle? Somehow we have to show that the water could have been drained at some other time. And we don't. Sasha will be the only one under suspicion. There must be a hint somewhere. Better look through the evidence again to find out how the water could have been drained while Orla was there. Well, oh, hold on. We've seen her in the pool with the water drained before. Getting her back out after maybe is hard, but... The pool water would never be drained unless the pool was being cleaned. There's no water in the pool. So we have the picture, right? So like this shows that you can have one half of the thing without any water in it, though. So I would hazard a guess that maybe that's our ticket here. But does it actually make sense though? Like it just shows that you can drain the water.
Objection!
And still have the orca in it. If the water in the pool is drained, you say the orca could die. But is that necessarily true? What are you talking about? There's a way to let the water out without harming the orca, isn't there? Your Honor, please allow me to submit this photograph. Oh, this is... As you can see, there's no water around the Skull Rock area. With the pool in this state, the victim could have been made to fall to his death. However, there is water on the other side of the partition. And Orla looked just fine. Son of a gun. In other words, if the partition is set up at the bottom of the pool, the water can be drained without doing Orla any harm. Oh, are you implying the water could have been drained at a time other than during cleaning? Yes, there's that possibility. Dr. Crab is shaking. Looks he has something to hide. Could it have something to do with the calendar note about meeting with the victim? It might. Submit it to the judge. Your Honor, please take a look at this calendar. Oh, you waved that around in court yesterday. No need to drag out your souvenir today. Actually, I would like you to make note of the entry for the day of the incident. Let me see here. Meet the captain at the Orca pool at 7 a.m. Oh, this note is on a meeting planned with the victim. What? The defense would like to argue that, at the time of the meeting, the pool may have been drained of its water. Oh, whose calendar is that? It belongs to Dr. Herman Crab. Isn't that right, Dr. Crab? Son of a gun. So you suspect me, do you? Oh, what is the meaning of this calendar entry, Dr. Crab? Explain yourself. Fine. I was supposed to meet Jack at the Orca pool at that time, but I ended up not going. So you're saying you simply broke your promise? Can't get out of that easily. I believe you have some explaining to do. You're like Lucy. You ever watch that show?
Objection!
Your blade is sharper than I thought. Right, Donald. But your cut was shallow. A mere surface scratch. There's a saying amongst prisoners. Do not see, hear, nor speak to smooth-talking lawyers. If you think the witness is suspicious, show your proof. Ugh. Calendar alone isn't good enough, huh? I had to prove the victim could have fallen to his death at that 7 a.m. meeting time. Let's put our heads together, boss. The victim could have fallen during cleaning when the pool was completely drained. Or, using the partition, it could have been at 7 with the water partially drained. What would be the major difference in circumstance between these two possibilities? What circumstance is different? The answer could really tell us something. What circumstance was different between the two possibilities of cleaning and 7 a.m.? The pool was half filled, the orca was there, the time of day was different. Well, the orca was there. And the pool was half filled. Oh, well, I mean, the orca was there. It's the main difference, right? If the murder occurred at a time other than during cleaning, the orca must have been there. Oh, you're right. And that would mean that Orla witnessed the murder. What's this? You're sheathing your sword so soon. Stop yammering to each other and show me how you wield your sword! Alright then, my sword is poised and ready. If the murder was committed at a time other than during cleaning time, then Orla must have been present at the scene. If I can prove that the murder happened right in front of Orla, then I can prove that Miss Buckler's not guilty. Is it the luminol that we'll use for this then? The fact that she has blood on her face?
Order in the court, Mr. Wright. You implying that the orca was a witness to the crime.
That is exactly what I'm implying. And how do you intend to prove the orca witnessed the murder? What are you going to do? Put the orca on the stand and cross-examine her? It's a critical point. Better think about it carefully. The defense will present evidence. The defense will present evidence. Evidence that will prove Orla witnessed the murder.
You're going to present evidence. Knowing the defense, I thought surely you would try to cross-examine the orca. I must say I'm a little disappointed.
Geez, sorry to get your hopes up, Your Honor. Sorry, that's funny.
Very well, let's see this evidence then. What evidence shows that the murder took place right in front of the orca?
It's the luminol.
Take that!
This photo indicates where we discovered luminol reactions yesterday. By accident, we got some of the luminol testing fluid on Orla. We were then very surprised to see luminol reactions on Orla's body.
Objection!
So what of it? There's nothing odd about that. As was discussed in yesterday's trial, the orca was bleeding. Traces of the orca's blood were also found in the skull rock. The orca must have injured herself when she rammed the rock. So that cloud of blood Mr. Plume saw was from Orla's headbutting the skull rock, was it? Those luminol reactions you saw on the orca most likely from her headbutting. But what's odd is the position of those bloodstains. Please, take a good look at the photograph. Yesterday, Mr. Plume said the blood disappeared when Orla put on the hat. That testimony indicated that Orla's injuries were under the hat area. However, these luminol reactions are in two entirely separate areas from her injuries. These bloodstains can't be Orla's own blood from when she was headbutting.
Oh, then where did the blood come from?
It's my firm belief that it's the victim's blood. The victim was killed right in front of Orla, and the victim's blood splattered onto Orla's body. Ugh. Now it finally all makes sense. Orla was a witness to the murder, so that's why. Orla? Boss, something's wrong with Orla. What? You're right, she's listless, and she's sinking. There's one more fact that indicates Orla was a witness to the murder.
There's more?
The culprit was afraid Orla could somehow reveal what she witnessed. And that's why they did what they did. It's the only thing that makes sense. They had to present that evidence. That evidence that proves the culprit thought Orla was a dangerous witness. It's just the pill.
Take that!
The defense would like to submit this evidence.
What's this? Looks like some sort of medicine.
It's a sleeping drug, Your Honor. A very powerful one. This sleeping drug was discovered in Orla's stomach yesterday. The culprit tried to drown Orla by putting her into a deep sleep.
Tried to drown the orca? But why?
Right, Dono. Are you trying to tell this court that the perpetrator tried to kill the orca off to prevent a witness from talking? Do you really expect to defeat me with that feeble attack? My sword has been drawn. Not about to sheath my evidence now. Orcas have an enormous potential for intelligence. The possibility that Orla could somehow manage to reveal the truth can't be denied. The culprit believed in this possibility, and that's why they tried to kill her. Dr. Herman Crab, you purchased this sleeping drug, didn't you?
What? Does this mean the veterinarian tried to do away with the orca?
Who but a veterinarian would better know how to disguise an orca's death? He can even prevent the police from examining Orla's body. Why, you? Are you actually accusing me of trying to murder the orca? How dare you! How dare you slander the noble profession of veterinarian!
My goodness, one could cut the tension in this courtroom with a knife.
Yes, I admit to purchasing that sleeping drug. However, it was subsequently stolen from my lab. That's such a flimsy excuse. It's the truth. What else can I say? Any one of the crew members could have entered my lab. Guess that weakens my evidence quite a bit. Besides, think about it for a minute. Who else was it that treated Orla after she swallowed the drug? It was I. But as I recall, it took you quite a while to give that treatment. You didn't even come on your own. We had to go get you. Son of a gun. Just remember all sorts of little details, don't you, Mr. Lawyer? The Orca pool and the lab are far apart. It's a little wonder he didn't know Orla's condition. Didn't know? That's highly doubtful. As far apart as they were, Dr. Crab sewed a way to know all about Orla's condition. The defense would like to submit evidence that the witness knew about Orla's condition. This, right? The torpedo.
Take that!
The torpedo. Ugh, you just had to bring that up, didn't you? With this advanced data system, surely you would have known Orla's condition.
Objection!
Wait just one moment. What is this torpedo?
Dr. Crab, how dare you bring a weapon of mass destruction to my courtroom?
The torpedo, or Teleobservation Real-Time Pertinent Data Organizer, is a data system. Until yesterday, only Dr. Crab and Mr. Shipley knew about the torpedo. It isn't legally approved in this country, so it's kept secret from the police.
Oh, it's illegal! Dr. Crab, I demand an explanation.
Son of a gun. You and your big mouth, Mr. Lawyer. Oh, look at Peep rub his head. Oh, that's adorable. Yes, it's true. Using an illegal system to monitor the creatures at the aquarium. The system uses sensors like these, and yes, there's one in the Orca room too. These sensors send sound waves to the water to gather data on the creatures. If it finds abnormalities in the condition, the torpedo alerts me with a sound.
Oh my goodness, how very high-tech. But if it's illegal, I will not turn a blind eye. This matter will be appropriately dealt with at a separate time. Now then, Mr. Wright, please continue.
With the torpedo, I'm sure Dr. Crab noticed the danger Orla was in. But he made no attempt to come to her aid on his own. And the reason for that is that Dr. Crab wanted Orla dead. The torpedo didn't give me a warning message. That's why I didn't know there was anything wrong with Orla. The sensor in the Orca pool wasn't working during the police investigation. Can you prove that statement?
Objection!
What's with him? I guess this is also high tech for Prosecutor Blackwell that it's making him a little funny. Funny. Yes, I find this all very funny. Witness, those sensors send sound waves to the water, correct? But what if there isn't any water? Then they wouldn't work. They'd automatically switch off. I see. And where is the sensor in the Orca pool located? I don't know. Jack is the one who attached it for me. You don't know. Then I will tell you. The police found a sensor just like the one you just showed us. They found it attached to the table at the bottom of the pool. Table? You mean the table in this photograph? Sorry, is he talking about the one on the bottom right? Or the one with the map on it? That's right. Don't you get it yet right, Dono. The table is on the Skull Rock side of the partition. It's affixed to the bottom of the pool and can't be moved.
Oh, and so if the water was drained from the Skull Rock side of the pool...
Precisely. Without water, the torpedo sensor would not work. Witness. When did that sensor automatically switch off? Hang on, I'll look it up. The only times lately were during cleaning 2 days ago and the investigation yesterday. Of course, I knew the pool would be drained while they cleaned it. But I had no idea they drained it for the investigation. No one let me know. That's why I didn't know about Orla's condition yesterday. So Dr. Crab really did want to save Orla. Did you hear that right, Donut? Yes, the water can be drained without harm to the orca if the partition is used. But if the water is drained from the skull rock side, the sensor turns itself off. If the sensor was always on except for during the cleaning and the investigation, it means there must have been water in the pool at all other times. It was never drained. In other words, no one but the defendant could have committed the crime. Ugh. What if it was committed the night before?
Order! Order in the court! This completely shatters the defense's argument.
I don't know, you could be lying about the sensor logs. But the fact still remains that Orla was nearly killed with Dr. Crab's sleeping drug.
Objection!
But aren't you forgetting one important question? When was the sleeping drug given to the orca? Right. That hasn't been discussed yet, has it? The orca pool was the scene of the murder. The police were there all day yesterday. The only way to give the drug to the orca undetected is to put it in their food. Yesterday, someone gave the orca food during the trial. Someone did.
I'm afraid I don't remember that.
You don't remember? You're not that old yet, are you? It was the defendant, Sasha Buckler.
So that is the orca that stands accused, is it?
Wait. Oh, she's waving her flipper at us. Maybe she's cheering us on. Orla, wish Phoenix and Thena luck.
So your argument is that Miss Buckler is the one who gave the orca the drug?
The prosecution's argument hasn't changed. Buckler made the victim fall to his death and then manipulated the orca to pin it on her. Still not satisfied, she further planned to kill the orca with the sleeping drug. I didn't hear any reports of Dr. Crabtree and all that. Maybe he didn't have a hand in Orla's attempted murder after all. But is there anybody else who could have fed Orla besides Sasha? Yeah, Marlon.
If it's true the defendant is the one who fed the sleeping drug to the orca, that places even more suspicion on her than ever.
The defense objects to the prosecution's claims. Well, you still haven't admitted defeat. Prosecutor Blackwell, I don't appreciate the way you only mention the parts that are convenient for you.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
The prosecutor failed to mention that Miss Buckler wasn't the only one to feed Orla. As you will all recall, there was another person who gave Orla food. Oh, you mean that person? Looks like Athena remembers now, too. Congrats, Sasha. Wait. Time to celebrate. Go on, eat up. Get all that food you just threw there. Oh, Mr. Wright, no. I don't want to believe it either, but we can't ignore the truth. The other person who fed Orla during the trial was Marlon Rhymes.
Take that!
Please recall when Orla was found not guilty yesterday. Marlon Rhymes gave the orca a large quantity of food. If the sleeping drug was mixed in with that food, it could be given to the orca without arousing police suspicion.
Now that you mention it, I do remember that flip-flopper feeding the orca.
Objection!
So you remembered, did you? I see the time for a true sword fight has come. I call Marlon Rhymes to the stand. Mr. Lawyer, both Miss Orca Lover and Marlon Rhymes are important members of our crew. I don't want to suspect either of them. I'm ready to accept whatever truth you find. Here, take this. That charm. It's the charm that matches the one Azura Summers had, isn't it? So you and Miss Summers were romantically involved, weren't you, Dr. Crab? What? No, of course not. Sorry to disappoint you, but this doesn't belong to me. At the time I thought it was Azura's, so I grabbed it. But it wasn't hers. Now it's up to you, Mr. Lawyer. Figure out whose charm it is. I will. Thank you, Dr. Crab. After all, I'm interested in the outcome of this trial, too.
Now then, please summon Marlon Rhymes to the witness stand.
Is Marlon the boyfriend? Or is Jack the boyfriend? Ooh, what's going on? What's everybody making that face for? I haven't been watching the trial and nobody's told me anything.
Marlon Rhymes, you were under suspicion for the attempted murder of the orca.
I see. Well, if it's already out. Mr. Rhymes? Is he really going to admit it? Fine, I'll tell the truth. I like that he has a bucket of fish with him. The truth. Sasha's lying to protect that orca. At 3:30 a.m. on the 20th, there was still water in the orca pool. The incident happened before the orca was moved to the show pool. Orla killed the captain by bashing him 30 feet high, making him slam into the water. What? I doubt it. So I thought the orca should pay the consequences.
Now we're back to the orca again.
I did not see that testimony coming. Now wait just a minute. Yesterday, Orla was proven innocent. Besides, you said Orla was in the show pool during the cleaning. I didn't want to sell Sasha out, so I didn't tell the truth. But the fact is, all three of us, Captain, Sasha, and me, were cleaning the pool room. But Dr. Crab and Miss Buckler both said you were at the show stage. Well, the only thing Dr. Crab knew about cleaning was what I told him. I didn't give him a whole lot of details either. Maybe he misunderstood. And Sasha's lying to protect the orca. She can't tell the truth. Sasha put blood on the skull rock herself to make a fake blood stain. I think it's pretty brave of her to let herself get arrested to protect the orca. Mr. Rhymes, how can you lie like that? This is the truth. Besides, wouldn't it be better for you if I wasn't lying? The orca did it. You win your case. What?
This is all very hard to believe. But if Mr. Rhymes' story is true, Miss Buckler would be innocent, and the orca would be the killer.
Meaning if we turned our backs on Orla, we could save Sasha? Having a witness lie to save your own client. What a dirty, underhanded tactic right there.
Objection!
Yesterday, the defense proved Orla was not guilty. We have no intention of going back on our assertions now. Well, what are you saying, Mr. Wright? All you gotta do is admit the orca did it and Sasha goes free. Isn't a lawyer supposed to act in his client's best interest? But that wouldn't be acting in her interest. Miss Buckler believes Orla is innocent. And we, of course, believe that Miss Buckler herself is innocent too. Acting in the client's best interest is an important part of our job as lawyers. Using dirty means to win a verdict would destroy our client's faith in us. That's right. We believe in both Miss Buckler and Orla's innocence. Huh? I just don't understand how you treat a human and an orca equally. Sasha or the orca, you only saved one of them. I don't know about that. I think I can save them both. All I have to do is disprove your testimony. Oh yeah? Then go ahead and try. I will do just that. If I can't tear down his testimony, I won't be able to save both of them. Find a weak spot. Excuse me, sorry. Words. Alright, let's see.
Hold it!
What exactly do you claim Miss Buckler is lying about? Sasha put that blood stain on the skull rock and stuff herself as false evidence. She left fake traces to try and save the orca. Witness, if you keep talking nonsense, I will seal your mouth shut. The defense supports the prosecution's idea. But Mr. Wright, my testimony helps your client. You ought to be happy. I want to save both Orla and Miss Buckler. I won't accept anything less. Now that that's understood, please continue with your testimony. Fine. At 3:30 a.m. on the 20th, there was still water in the orca pool. When the victim was killed, how much water was in the pool? It was before the pool was drained, cleaning, because it was full. You went into the Orca pool room and saw this yourself? Dr. Crabbe said that you were at the show stage.
Objection!
But it's possible that Dr. Crabbe was misinformed, or that he misunderstood. The witness already explained this. Why are you taking this meaningless tack? If you want him to play games, Taki will be more than happy to play with you. You better be careful how we press the witness. Taka's watching us like a hawk. Witness, continue. The incident happened before the Orca was moved to the pool show. So you're saying the incident took place before the cleaning began? Yeah, I guess so. The captain, Sasha, and I were going to do the cleaning together. Much more efficient than trying to have just one person do it alone. In the defense's case, however, more lawyers means simply more lawyers. Nothing more. What? You're one to talk. All you have on your side is a cantankerous bird.
What about me? I'm up here all alone.
Are you people dumb? You need the witness to keep you focused. For shame, I don't know. I was the only one who kept my mouth shut. Anyway, the incident happened in the Orca pool before the cleaning got started. Orla killed the captain by bashing him 30 feet high, making him slam into the water. This is probably going to be the one that we break, right? Like... Cause of death, contusion from head trauma. Thought to be from a 60-foot fall into the pool. Yeah, he can't be 30 feet high, now can he? Anyway, continue pressing. Can an orca even do that? Send a person flying up into the air like that? Yep, of course. I've seen orcas bash seals 60 feet into the air. So naturally, Orla could do that to the captain, too.
What a frightening thought. You mentioned it so casually, Mr. Rhymes.
What else can I say? It's the truth. Mr. Rhymes is claiming that Orla killed the victim by sending him flying into the air. But would something like that even be possible in the Orca pool room? There's something with that statement that bothers me.
And so you witnessed the moment the victim was killed by the orca, is that right?
Exactly. So I thought the orca should pay the consequences. And that's why you put the sleeping drug in Orla's food? Ahoy. Yo, ho. Sasha could be found guilty if we let her be. But if the orca died, Sasha could go free. I thought if the orca was already dead, Sasha might tell the truth and free herself. Might seem cruel, but a man-killing animal has to be put down. The culprit must have tried to do away with Orla because she was a witness of the crime. But if Mr. Rhymes is the culprit, why would he try to protect Sasha? I'm sensing some very complex emotions, Mr. Rhymes. Need more information before I can do a proper analysis. I'm going to tear down his testimony, I guess I have to present evidence. Of course we don't believe Mr. Rhymes' testimony. But he's suggesting the murder took place in the orca pool. Unless we can disprove that, we won't be able to save both Orla and Sasha. Okay. So, it's definitely this one. They made that clear enough, and it was already suspicious from the start. The fact that he says 30 feet high in here makes me think that we can just use this. When lies are piled on top of each other, contradictions start to emerge. This time is no different. Are you saying there's some kind of inconsistency in my testimony? That's exactly what I'm saying. You claim that the victim was sent flying about 30 feet into the air. But the autopsy report shows the apparent cause of death to be from a 65-foot fall. What? Additionally, in your testimony a moment ago, you said at 3:30 a.m. on the 20th there was still water in the orca pool. With the pool being 65 feet deep, there's only 30 feet between the water and the ceiling. If the pool was full of water as you claim, it would be impossible for the victim to fall about 65 feet, as the autopsy states. Mr. Rhymes claimed he was in the orca pool room so he could make these statements. But the truth must be he was at the show stage, just as Dr. Crabbe and Sasha testified. Yet we have his prints.
I believe that brings us back around to the orca didn't do it.
I didn't believe the witness's testimony from the outset. I am grateful to you, Right Dono, for shutting the witness up, as I thought the only person who could have killed the victim is Sasha Buckler. That fact still remains whether the witness was the one who tried to kill the orca or not. Son of a... Mr. Rhymes was right about one thing. His testimony was advantageous to our case. But pointing out the contradiction in his statement will only drive us into that corner.
As Prosecutor Blackwell said, suspicion against Miss Buckler is now deepened.
If I don't do something fast, the judge is going to find Sasha guilty. Mr. Wright, isn't there anything we can do? There's a way to prove Sasha's innocent. At a time like this, the thing to do is turn my thinking around. Instead of trying to prove that Sasha couldn't have done it, I have to think about what made it possible for somebody else to have done it. As long as the crime scene was the orca pool room, then Sasha's the only one who could have committed the crime. No need for pity, your boldness. Just finish him off with a swift verdict.
It appears the defense has no objections. Very well. Give my verdict.
Your Honor, please hold off on that verdict.
You were so quiet, Mr. Wright. You have something to say now.
The defense has a counter-argument.
You too?
Pitiful. Such desperation. You look pale. Are you sure you're prepared to make this counter-argument? The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. I'll never forget those words, no matter how many years go by. That was probably just a bluff. I'll give it to them with a smile. Look at that. Mia. What if the scene of the crime was somewhere else?
The scene of the crime?
Somewhere else? What? You're finding fault with the police investigation now. As I understood it, the prosecution's argument is as follows. The scene of the crime was the orca pool room. Only the defendant and victim entered that room where there was no water in the pool, when there was no water in the pool. Therefore, only the defendant could have committed the crime. That is correct. But if the scene of the crime was not the orca pool room, then somebody other than the defendant could have committed the crime. I mean, they could have hoisted him and dropped him from the hoist, right? Are you sure you know where you're going with this? I might not be too sure, but I can't back down now.
Mr. Wright, I hope that I'm wrong, but this isn't one of your bluffs by any chance.
Of course not. The judge knows me far too well.
And do you have a theory on where the actual scene of the crime was?
Yes, of course. Think, Phoenix, think. Think of a place other than the orca pool room where one could fall to one's death.
Then by all means, please share your theory with the court. Where was the real scene of the murder?
It's the showroom, right? Orca pool, show pool. I mean, be the show pool. The show stage pool might have been drained of water at some point as well. And if so, it would be just as possible to fall to one's death there as the orca pool. Right, Dono. What you're doing is a disgrace to your profession. I sincerely hope you have some basics for what you're suggesting. Of course I do. I will as soon as I think of something. The victim's body was found in the orca pool. How do you explain that?
Objection!
How about if after the victim was killed in the show stage pool, his body was moved to the orca pool?
How about if? What kind of presentation of your argument is that? You better have a reasonable explanation of how the body was moved.
There's no turning back now. Think of a way the body could have been moved. Was there something at the scene that could have been used to move the body? Am I supposed to do the hoist or the thing here? Because either one works, right? Let's go with the hoist first. The hoist runs between the orca pool room and the show stage. The stretcher can be hung from the hoist to move things like Orla or the skull rock. The stretcher could also have been used to move the dead body.
Yes, the stretcher can move the orc or the skull rock. Seems likely it could also move a dead body as well.
Wow, somehow that worked. I could desperately pull this off. If the show pool was the scene of the crime, somebody else could have done it. You desperately spew conjecture, and now you even make up a crime scene. Not again. You don't have the soul of a warrior. You don't deserve to be on the battlefield. Even your fabrication is half-baked. It's a disgrace. What do you mean, half-baked? The hoist can be operated from the orca pool room only. And the only person who entered the orca pool room was the defendant. So even if the body was moved, the only one who could have moved it was the defendant herself. Well, that doesn't matter, though. If he was loaded up onto the hoist beforehand, and then she was like, I need to hit the button to move the hoist in so I can move Orla between the pool, then it would have moved the body.
Order. So it comes back to the defendant no matter which pool it was.
I mean, I can't clear Sasha either way. Sasha said she moved Orla in the skull rock. And I believe her. So could it be possible that she moved the body herself without being aware of it?
Mr. Wright, do you have an objection to the prosecutor Blacko's claim?
Do I have an object to the claim that the defendant moved the... Sorry, do I have an objection to the claim that the defendant moved the body? Let's look at our evidence first. The walkie-talkie hasn't been found. Victim slammed into it when he fell. Orla also rammed into it and had been moved from the show pool. Sign Sasha made with a new show has been left to dry. Fingerprints stood by Pearl. Do I have an objection to the claim that the defendant moved the body? I mean, I don't think I do. I just don't think that she did it on purpose. I have no objections. Miss Buckler must have been the one who moved the body.
What? Mr. Wright, are you admitting the defendant committed the murder?
No. I'm simply conceding that she was the only one who could have moved the body. However, I contend Miss Buckler was not aware that is what she was doing. The culprit made her move it, unbeknownst to her.
The defendant moved a dead body without recognizing that it was a dead body. How could that be possible?
The body was found in the orca pool. It must have been moved there somehow. Might find some kind of hint in the things she moved with the stretcher. The culprit made Miss Buckler move the body, along with this piece of evidence. The rock, right?
Take that!
The skull rock?
Miss Buckler told me yesterday that she moved the skull rock when she was cleaning. The only two things Miss Buckler moved to the orca pool are Orla and the skull rock. I would like to suggest that the victim's body may have been inside the skull rock.
What?
Hidden inside the rock, the body could have been moved to the orca pool with the hoist. At the show stage, Marlon Rhymes loaded up the skull rock with the body inside. And then he used the walkie-talkie to let Miss Buckler know the rock was loaded. Miss Buckler operated the hoist from the orca pool room and moved the stretcher. She moved the rock without knowing the body was inside.
Do you really think there was enough space? There was enough space inside the skull rock to place a body?
The swashbuckler flyer indicates it could be possible. Focus on the question at the bottom left.
Oh, it says, who will obtain the gold coins hidden in the skull rock? In that case, I suppose the rock is most likely hollow.
What's more, if the body was inside the skull rock, it explains the remaining unanswered questions.
Such as?
Please take a look at the security footage of the scene Mr. Plume witnessed. Where did the body that Miss Platoon saw come from? Recall, what was Orla doing to the skull rock at this time? She was headbutting it.
Oh,
That's right. Orla's ramming released the body from the skull rock. The body had been placed inside the skull rock and moved there from the show stage. I assert that the real murder scene was in fact the show stage pool.
Silence.
What rubbish is this now? You don't have a single scrap of evidence. It's easy enough to verify what I say. Take a look inside the skull rock for yourself. Should find some kind of proof that the body was there. Blood, fibers, hair.
right, dunno.
It would explain why there was blood on the coins too. Mr. Wright, that was incredible. You turned things completely around. I think it all started with that half-baked bluff too. That was a close one. Did you really have to add that last bit?
If the murder took place at the show stage, then who is the perpetrator?
It is naturally the person who was at the show stage. Mr. Rhymes, weren't you the one who loaded the skull rock onto the stretcher of the show stage? Wow, Mr. Wright. That was some pretty smart brain work you did there. To be honest, I never thought you could figure it out. I tried to protect myself, but guess it came back to bite me.
Are you confessing you gave false testimony before Mr. Rhymes? That's perjury.
Yeah. What Mr. Wright says is true. The body was inside the skull rock. It's true the captain was killed in the show pool, too. What? He's admitting it that easily? This time, I'm going to tell you the whole truth about what happened that day. He's going to blame it on the orca again. In the show pool, the orca shot the captain up into the air. The captain came down and slammed into the water. Still remember the spectator's screams clearly. All Sasha did was move the body. She was trying to protect the orca. When Mr. Plume witnessed the orca finding the body, I freaked. What? None of that makes sense.
So now we're back to the orca again, I see.
If you were going to give testimony like that, why did I bother putting you on the stand? All I'm doing is telling the truth. That day, Sasha wanted to do the old version of the Swashbuckler Spectacular. So I suggested she had the body in the skull rock and move to the orca pool. Then figure out what to do with the body after the show was over. The orca's the one that killed the captain. It wasn't me. It wasn't Sasha. So it was Mr. Rhymes' idea to hide the body in the skull rock? Hello, my fables. It's going all right. But if Mr. Rhymes is the culprit, why would he protect Sasha? False charges against Sasha would mean he himself would escape suspicion, but so why? Mr. Wright, how about if you leave this to me? Athena, do you mean you heard something? Yeah, noise. Discord in Mr. Rhymes' heart. So that means somewhere in his testimony there's an inconsistency in his emotions. All right, Athena, give him a good counseling session. You got it, boss. It's widget time. What's this? What are you getting at, Athena? This testimony is pretty complex. Feelings of deep sadness and intense anger are being called up. Those two emotions appear to be running out of control. Out of control emotions. Is that going to be a problem? We'll have to probe their cause if we want to get to his true emotions in testimony. There might even be odd or unnatural spots in his testimony he isn't even aware of. Alright, let's probe for the cause of these out of control emotions then. I'll explain how to probe. Let's find the root cause together. When you see something off in a statement, press the probe button. Next, point to what's causing Mr. Rhymes out of control emotions. Finally, press the probe to complete the process. When emotions are out of control, memories can be recalled incorrectly. If you still haven't found anything after all the statements images, I'll help. Great. Alright, I'll get started comparing those statements with the images. I wonder, so if Marlon is Azura's boyfriend, or was Azura's boyfriend maybe, then maybe he's mixing things up around that. Because someone's got to be her boyfriend. So, mad and sad, sure. Captain came down and slammed into the water. Why is he still mad here? There's no one of the spectators screams clearly. There shouldn't have been any spectators. All Sasha did was move the body. She was trying to protect the orca. Mr. Spoon witnessed the orca finding the body and freaked. I think this one's the weirdest one. I mean, this isn't causing anger and sadness, but it doesn't really make any sense. Let's do... This is just so weird. We need to talk about it. I doubt there were any spectators there at the show stage when the owner died. If there had been, those witnesses would have told us the true crime scene right away. What? What? Oh, right. Of course. I just made a mistake. Okay. That made the sadness subside. So maybe the spectators part was what was making him sad? I wonder why he would make that mistake, saying spectators are there. How strange. Not that strange. Pretty obvious. I think I'm right about the, where is it? This one. Pretty sure. Right. It's this that he's thinking about. Yes, I can see your chat's Maya fables. Sorry. When I'm reading the things that went out, I'm not looking over. But yes, I see them. The only thing I can think of is he was mixing up one memory with another. Like, he was in a similar situation before and it was deeply imprinted on his heart. A situation where an orca killed somebody and there were spectators there. Hey, I think I know why he's mixing up his memories. The reason why Mr. Rhymes mixed up his memories is this, right?
Take that!
Do I stream on weekends too? No, just during the week. Typically 4 to 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Thursday is kind of a mix. Sometimes I stream Thursday, sometimes I don't. Mr. Rams, I think I know what happened. Could you have been mixing up what happened a year ago with this incident? Maybe that's why you slipped and said the owner was killed in front of spectators. I do indeed like pizza, hence the username. Well, how did you... You're right. I did see the orca kill somebody a year ago. But what about it? I was just one of the spectators. Really? Just another spectator? There must be a reason why you feel great sadness about that incident last year. Yeah. I like that you have a you have a pineapple on pizza emote. Is pizza time? Oh, that's a global Twitch emote. I didn't even know about that one. Twitch really I like pineapple on pizza, but I'm kind of surprised that Twitch made that part of the emote, considering how divisive that is. There must be a reason why you feel great sadness about that incident last year. Stop this nonsensical scrutiny of feelings. Just present evidence to prove your point. Yeah. Boss, do we have any kind of evidence to back us up here? There is one piece that comes to mind to explain his sadness. Well, I'm waiting. Let's see this evidence that has to do with Marlon Rhymes' sadness. I do indeed watch anime. Fave characters in anime? Boy, that's hard. I don't generally, think too much about, favorite characters, I suppose. I watch a lot of shows, but it depends, I suppose. I'm pretty sure this is probably the evidence I have to present, by the way. I like Nifuji from Wodakoi a good amount. And Naofumi too. They're both good. The characters in that are good. Your favorite character is Goku and Naruto. those are good. I have you watched Dragon Ball Super?
Take that!
Azura Summers died an accidental death 1 year ago. This is her boyfriend's charm. Hey! What are you doing with that charm? It was found in Rifle's stomach yesterday. Judging by your reaction, I believe this charm belongs to you? I guess I need to push him just a little harder to make him admit it. When Mr. Rhyme said the word charm, he was very rattled. We better examine this charm a little more. Good idea. Let's look inside it. Huh? What's this? Photograph? Hey, this is Azura Summers and Marlon Rhymes. That's a pretty cute picture. Look, they're actually happy. Unlike they are most of the time here. So this explains why he wants to frame the orca. Mr. Rhymes, you and Azura Summers were a couple, weren't you? So what if we were a couple? Doesn't have anything to do with the captain's case. You believe you saw the orca kill your girlfriend. That's the cause of your sadness. Is that emotion yours connected to the current case?
Silence!
The only thing you reviewed was the witness's connection to the victim of last year's incident. What does the witness's past have to do with the case at hand? It gives him a motive, idiot. I don't know yet. But we managed to pinpoint the source of his sadness. Now let's delve into who Mr. Rhymes is angry at. He's angry at the orca. Okay, well, what's causing anger? Probably the orca. Is the orca only in the first panel? Probably. You can still remember the captain's dead body. Sasha with the body. Trying to protect the orca. Okay. So I think... I mean, the orca's in a few places, but I think it maybe makes sense to do it on the first one. Also, thank you, Maya. Alright, let's see here.
Got it!
Pretty sure he's mad at the orca. Mr. Rhymes, you're angry with Orla, aren't you? Angry? At an orca? Why would I be? If you think I have some reason to be mad, then show me some proof. Do I have proof that Mr. Rhymes has a reason to be mad? No. Got a proof. I bet that evidence we just took a look at would come in handy here. This charm indicates that you were Azura Summer's boyfriend. Sure, you believe Orla killed your girlfriend a year ago. You lost your girlfriend, and so you've been angry at Orla. All right. I'll admit it. I'll never forgive that orca. Azura is dead, and that orca is still swimming around, happy as a clam. Became an animal keeper just so I could prove that orca is a killer. Why don't I add any Twitch assets to your channel? What do you mean? That sound alert does not work. That was weird. Hold on, sorry. Hold on. I don't want to spend too much time trying to troubleshoot this, but what you did should have just done something, so I'm a little confused why it didn't. Streamlabs, widgets. I have an animation thing, but I mean, obviously I'm not playing it right now, considering that we're in the middle of a stream. Sorry. I am trying to figure out why the Nichijou sound didn't play. I had a feeling this was coming. Hold on, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out. Where? Okay. I'm going to have to figure... I'm going to have to look into the sound thing afterwards, I think. Because I think I might have used a different thing for that. So sorry that the animation didn't play. Weird. But I will grab that as soon as I remember where the heck I put it. Where is my soundboard? Okay, I'll have to pay that one back later on, I guess. Right, I want that orca to pay. There. Do you feel good dragging up a person's pass? Still doesn't change anything. Also, no, you can't show me any of your creations. I'm good. I make my own and whatnot, so. Still doesn't change nothing. He's right. I disagree. It does change things. His out-of-control emotion quieted down. Now we should be able to find out the truth behind that emotion. In the show pool, or shut the captain up in the air. Also, sorry. The sound alert thing was a bother. Find the truth behind that emotion. Orca shot the captain up in the air. Then the captain came down and slammed into the water. Okay. Hi, Demo. Things are going well. We're currently grilling the emotions of a dude whose girlfriend died a year ago. Considering that captain's dead body clearly. All Sasha did was move the body. She was trying to protect the orca. I missed a balloon witness the orca finding the body I freaked. Maybe we should be curious why he's sad here? That seems odd. Oh, but it's not it. The music doesn't change. Or does it? No. This is the... Never mind. When we view your emotion alongside your testimony, we find the unexpected emotion. Wait a minute. Really isn't anything strange here. I mean, I don't know. I think it's kind of strange. Just saying. Let's take another look. It's a good thing that the mood matrix doesn't like actually cause you any penalties. But isn't it weird that he was sad about that? Hello, Money Winnie. She's trying to protect the orca. Okay, him being mad about her protecting the orca, sure. He's sad because Sasha's involved now, I guess. He's talking about the captain's body, clearly. I guess it's okay for him being mad there. He's like super sad about this one, and also still mad. But he's not sad here. I still feel like the sadness is the strange thing, don't you think? But clearly not. We're getting the same text as before. An unexpected emotion here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not the... I mean, he's really mad there, and he's really mad here. Maybe it's weird that he's mad here? No. Okay. Sorry. I swear I'm not trying to just, like, guess randomly everywhere. He's super sad here as well, but, like, doesn't that make sense? That's expected, right? Can't remember the captain's dead body. It's weird he's mad. But no. Okay. Well, apparently dumb. Have we just reached the point of the stream or the time of night where I don't understand things anymore? I just don't understand emotion. I'm like the Phantom. She's trying to protect the orca. Yes, yeah, it makes sense to me that he was sad there. I freaked. No. Alright, I don't know. Nemo money. Am I emotionally stunted? What's going on here? He freaked. Like, I mean, him saying he's freaking out and being mad, that makes sense. Right? So like there's nothing contradictory about this last one at all. According to my analysis, Mr. M is usually a very calm person. Find inconsistencies between his words and his emotions. In the show pool, the orca shot the captain from the air. The young captain came down and slammed into the water. I can still remember the captain's dead body clearly. We already did mad here, right? Yeah, there's no inconsistency here, right? Like, him being mad and sad at the same time over a dead body, that makes perfect sense, right? Although, is this one of those... It's not the fact that he's not surprised here, is it? It is. That's what I thought. When Mr. Plume witnessed the orca finding the body, you freaked? Really? What are you getting at? With Mr. Plume as a witness, Orla was guaranteed to be accused of the murder. Didn't it work out exactly as you'd hoped? In order to have Orla put down, you made sure Mr. Plume witnessed that scene. Look at that face. Oh God, Violent Rhymes. That is who he is. I really hope he doesn't rhyme again, because I don't really I don't want to rap. So you figured all that out, did you?
Mr. Rhymes, are you admitting it?
I don't really want to have to fight anybody but the orca. But you leave me no choice. Oh God, he's gonna rap it. Oh, what? Is he eating fish? What just happened? What? Okay. I don't know what to think about that. Okay. He has like bite marks on him. Okay then. Now it's time to get serious. This is like Luffy D pirate nonsense. Ahoy, what? Yo, ho. Ahoy, my meat brothers. Represent a vast grassy to stay free. Take my words and pop them in your mouth. Scurvy grass. Oh, sorry. It went by too fast. I can't. Sorry. Is he rapping about vegetarianism? He ate spinach. You know, you're not wrong. This is very Popeye-esque. What the fuck did he just say? Avast ye grass eaters, stay free. Take me words and pop them in your mouth. Scurvy grass eaters, kneel to me beat. Ahoy, me brothers represent. Okay, wait, so he's just talking about people who eat food? What? Like he didn't say anything. Okay.
What is going on? Where did this pirate fellow come from?
Looks like a completely different person. Disindecency. Was he? My reading comprehension for whatever that was is very low.
Order! If we don't have order, Prosecutor Black will yell at us.
But very nice. I don't. Blackwell is not handling this pirate nonsense very well. Even Prosecutor Blackwell's at a loss for words. So I plan to have that wench be a witness. Alright, you caught me out. It be true I thought that orca's murderous way should be found out. That'd be why I schemed to have De Plume see the body. So you admit it. You deliberately framed Orla. Arr, it be true. But what skin be that off of anybody's nose? That orca be a murdering, scary dog. I may have a grudge against that orca, but I also felt grateful toward the captain. The orca murdered her and the captain, so of course she should walk the plank. I don't have a response to that. I agree it wouldn't make any sense for him to kill the owner. Why would he? But his hatred for Orla, on the other hand, comes through loud and clear. Wait a minute. If killing Mr. Shipley doesn't make sense, who would it make sense for Rhymes to kill? Maybe my theory has been all wrong. Your Honor, I think I just became aware of a new fact. Also, welcome, Raiders. Welcome, Nicolicious.
Oh, and what is that?
Now that we know about Mr. Rhymes' intense hatred of Orla, it turns the premise we've been arguing on its ear. I will now reveal the identity of the individual Mr. Rhymes meant to kill from the start. Okay, so I assume he was trying to kill... You're in the category. This is funny. Oh, I am. Thank you, Nicolicious. I forgot to change the category earlier. Thank you. Wow, my bad. I hope no one came for Tales of Symphonia. Though we might still play that tonight. I might do that after this if I'm still awake enough. Also, I noticed earlier that I don't think my sound alert is working. Or at least one of them wasn't working. So I think I might have something messed up in my setup and everything. So do not waste your monies on the Nichijou sound alert. I think it might not be working right now. Just FYI. The objection one should work though, I think. I'm pretty sure people have used it. Anyway, pretty sure he wanted to kill Orla, right?
Take that!
What? So the witness's intent was to kill the orca?
Exactly. The witness's intended victim was not Jack Shipley. From the start, it was all a scheme to kill Orla. The orca was his true target. But Jack Shipley is the one who died. The orca is still alive and well. He's right. He wanted to kill the orca, and it was Jack Shipley who fell to his death. How did that happen? Wait a minute. What if Mr. Rhymes wanting to kill Orla was somehow connected to Mr. Shipley's death? At a loss for words, are you? What happened to your bravado of a moment ago? Enough of these reckless words without any basis in fact. They aren't reckless words. The basis for my claim is at the real murder scene. The show pool. What are you talking about? It's my contention that two incidents happened at the show pool. The attempted murder of the orca, and the victim falling to his death. First of all, in order to kill the orca, Mr. Rhymes removed something from the scene. And by doing so, he made it possible for Mr. Shipley to fall to his death.
He did what now?
Oh, I see. You know, this actually explains something. So, what we're arguing is that the water wasn't in the show pool at all, right? Because he was trying to kill the orca. And then Shipley saw him and, like, I don't know, fell off or whatever. But this explains this. The fingerprints at the stage that were upside down. Maybe Jack fell and Rhymes tried to save him and held on and then couldn't, you know?
Take that!
Don't tell me you're trying to claim he tried to kill the orca by draining the pool water. That's exactly what I'm claiming. To help the defendant with the cleaning Marlin, Rhymes took charge of Orca, with the plan to kill Orla in the show pool. And because the pool water was drained, it made it possible for Jack Shipley to fall to his death in the show pool. Interesting. Who's holding it? Oh, Marlin. Oh god, he's eating again.
Arr, I tried to kill the orca, you say? Can you even prove there was nary a drop of water in the pool? That day I was simply looking after the orca. Why would I have a monstrous thought of killing it?
Objection!
You claim you were looking after Orla in the early morning hours of July 20th. But I don't think you were doing a very good job of it. After all, Orla wasn't given anything to eat during that time.
How do you know such a thing?
I know because of Orla's record here in the torpedo data system. The system continuously records data on the subject it monitors. From Orla's record, we can tell exactly when she ate, or didn't eat. They're not allowed to eat in court. Correct.
Sink me. Nobody ever told me about that dastardly contraption.
Only a few of the ship aquarium staff know about this system. According to Orla's record, she never ate in those early morning hours of the 20th. You planned to kill Orla, and that's why you didn't feed her. You're wasting time.
What proof do you have of that?
Perhaps the orca simply wasn't hungry. He's right. I don't have any proof. If Orla simply didn't eat, then that would create an inconsistency. Where did her fish go? Her fish? Good question. Where did it disappear to?
Fish? What does it matter? What relevance does it have in the case? Cease this stalling with inconsequential questions. Stop delving into the depths of the orca's stomach and delve into the case instead.
But wait, it may seem like a small inconsistency, but it's an issue of great importance, I think.
What are you driving at, Mr. Wright?
How could the fish disappear? Somebody must have eaten it. Rifle did. So who came to the show stage and ate Orla's fish? I think I might have a pretty good idea. This is how the paint got onto the penguin's foot. I believe there must have been a visitor to the show stage that Mr. Rhymes didn't notice.
Visitor? Are you trying to introduce yet another suspect to this 11th hour? If you utter more of your careless remarks, Taka won't look favorably upon it.
I don't plan to utter any careless remarks. Whether my remarks will actually be related to the case or not, I don't know yet. And don't worry, boss. If Taka comes this way, I'll fend him off. But do try to keep your remarks careful. Somehow, Orla's fish disappeared. Somebody must have visited the show stage. But who? I believe Rifle the Penguin visited the show stage.
Where's an orca? No, a penguin? Why would you be saying such a thing, Mr. Lawyer? I didn't see a Rifle during the wee early hours. Do you have any proof Rifle visited the show stage? If you be a lawyer of any sort, show me evidence.
The bottom of Rifle's feet were pink for some reason. That fact is a clue that Rifle was indeed at the show stage. I had to present that piece of evidence that connects Rifle to the show stage. Now, to prove I'm a lawyer worth my salt, this is the proof that Rifle visited the show stage.
Take that!
Oh, my! What a cute little sign. Look at all those adorable little stars.
These stars are actually starfish. Miss Buckler painted this sign. In the early morning hours of the 20th, she left this sign at the show stage to dry. Mr. Rhymes kept an eye on the sign for Miss Buckler while the paint was drying.
Aye, that be true. But be what's your point?
On this sign is proof that Rifle visited the show stage.
Proof of the penguin's visit? Afraid I don't see it. Where's the proof that the penguin visited the show stage? Point it out.
You know, the thing that looked like little feet prints.
Take that!
A couple of the pink starfish are shaped a little differently from the others.
Oh, you're right. They look almost like little leaves.
Rifle had pink paint on the bottom of her feet. These little leaf-like shapes on the sign are actually Rifle's footprints. Rifle made these footprints by walking on the sign before it was dry.
Oh, what cute little pink penguin prints.
So there are footprints. What of them? Marlon Rhymes was watching over the sign of the show stage while the paint dried. And during that time, the penguin paid a visit. According to the torpedo data system, we know that Rifle ate something that morning of the 20th. Most likely, Rifle ate the fish meant for Orla that was at the show stage. Orla's snack was a small quantity of fish. Even a penguin could have eaten it all. God. Rifle ate Orla's fish. Who be to say Rifle ate Orla's fish? She could have picked up food anywhere. But that doesn't change the fact that I really was at the show stage. After all, I had to help move the skull rock. Couldn't have been moved without me. The witness claims he never saw the penguin. How do you explain this contradiction? Both Mr. Rhymes and Rifle were at the show stage, but Mr. Rhymes didn't see her. So where could Mr. Rhymes have been at the time? Right, don't know. You aren't up to the task. I could disprove this witness's testimony for you. If I leave it to Prosecutor Blackwell, Sasha will be declared guilty. So we probably don't want to do that. Just saying. Can't let him interrupt this line of reasoning. Let's try to figure out how things looked when Rifle came to the show stage. Mr. Rhymes to the show stage, keeping an eye on Orland's sign. And we know it must be true because he helped move the skull rock. Then Rifle came in and walked to the sign. But wouldn't Mr. Rhymes notice Rifle if he was right there? Well, let's think about where Mr. Rhymes could have been. Is there a place in the show stage area from which Rifle couldn't have been seen? Yeah, the dude was upside down on the ladder. What? Inside the pool? But you're right. If he was inside the pool, he wouldn't have noticed Rifle. So you say Mr. Rhymes was underwater the whole time Rifle was eating? No, not underwater. When I think about what he was trying to do, the answer is clear. Now I'm finally starting to get the whole picture. Just like yesterday. Must you two always be whispering to each other? Why don't you admit that resorting to a penguin will get you nowhere?
Objection!
Well, I don't know about that. The fact that Mr. Rhymes didn't know his rifle is such a small inconsistency. But it's a key point that proves what Mr. Rhymes was trying to do. The penguin is a key point. The show stage pool was very deep. If Rifle came to visit when Mr. Rhymes was at the bottom of this pool, he would have never noticed Rifle. Orcas can be out of the water for a short time without sustaining damage, but if they're out of the water for a long time, they weaken and eventually die. In order to kill Orla, Mr. Rhymes had to drain the pool. And while the pool was drained of water, Mr. Shipley fell to his death. The show stage pool is about 65 deep, just like the Orca pool. Without water in the pool, a person could be made to fall 65 feet. Mr. Rhymes probably wondered what to do. If he continued with his plan to kill Orla, how would he dispose of Mr. Shipley's body? So he devised a plan to kill two birds with one stone. Mr. Rhymes went down to the bottom of the pool and put the victim's body in the rock. He then had Miss Buckler move the rock and the body together.
Silence.
And the witness made the defendant do this somehow without arousing her suspicion. That's right. Mr. Shipley told Miss Buckler that she couldn't perform in the new show. Miss Buckler became upset and wanted to switch back to the old version of the show. So Mr. Rhymes conveniently suggested that she take and hide a prop for the new show. Mr. Rhymes then manipulated Orla using her singing and lifesaver tricks. He schemed to have Orla find the body while Mr. Plume would be standing witness. He saddled Orla with the false charge of murder so that Orla would be put down. Wait, did he just bleed out of... What? Did he just bleed out of those holes?
So the fact that the witness didn't see the penguin.
Shows that when Rifle visited the show stage, Rhymes was putting the body in the rock. At the bottom of the pool, that is.
Who would have thought the presence of a penguin could prove the witness's actions?
It's working. Just a little further now and Sasha will be proven not guilty.
Silence.
If you think you've won this battle, you're sorely mistaken. Your theory is based on the notion that the witness could manipulate the orca. Witness, can you control the orca's actions? Of course not. What kind of bilge is be that? I be but a simple animal keeper.
If my memory serves, wasn't Miss Buckler the only one who could issue commands to the orca?
The video phone. Come on, Phoenix. The judge's blade is sharper than the lawyer's.
If you wish to do battle with the witness, you'll need a honed blade. Where's your sword of evidence that Marlon Rhymes could manipulate the orca? It's the videos that Azura sent him. Rhymes had to manipulate Orla in order for his plan to work. But how can I prove it? Well, because this line of reasoning has become unsustainable.
Objection!
Well, it appears that I was mistaken.
Athena? I've analyzed the hearts of all kinds of people. I've enough experience to see when I look into your heart that you haven't given up. So that objection was my way of speaking up for your heart. She's right. Why would I become a lawyer again, only to give up? I have to keep fighting. Athena, thank you. With your help, I've remembered the old right way. The right way? Bluff your ass off. Your Honor, I'm not finished with presenting my argument.
Have anything else to ask this witness? You've cross-examined all the witnesses and presented all your evidence.
All the witnesses? I don't think so. I haven't cross-examined the most important one, the central figure in both cases.
The central figure?
The one involved in not only the case a year ago, but this current case too. Never called her as a witness, but it's time to do so now.
Who are you talking about? Man, you tell the court to be there.
Are we talking about the plume? Not where I thought this was going.
Who is this central figure in both cases?
Well, we can't call Azura. She's dead. The plume?
Take that!
I guess? Okay. No. Okay, good. I'm glad it's not her, because that really didn't make any sense. Oh, wait. Whoa. Am I going to call Pearl? Is that what we're doing? Are we calling Pearl to the stage because she befriended Marlon? No. She wasn't there at the crime scene for the case a year ago. Sasha? Maybe? Are we saying Sasha? Like we need Sasha?
Take that!
No, it's not Sasha. Central figure. Wait, I'm sorry. Are we about to call the orca again? I think we're about to call the orca again. Like make her do a trick or something? That could be it. We call the orca to the stand, and then we show her the video phone stuff that Azura sent Marlon. And that makes her do the trick.
Take that!
It is the orca. God damn, of course it's the orca. The defense calls the central figure in both cases Orla the orca.
You intend to cross-examine an orca?
No, cross-examine an orca. You must be addled. Be impossible, says I.
Silence!
This absurdity is beyond the pale. How do you expect to question an orca, a creature incapable of speech? Orla is intricately involved in this case. I have every right to cross-examine her. Besides, even if she can't speak, I think cross-examining her will be invaluable. Very well, do what you will then. But if you fail to garner anything from this little exercise with the orca, I hope you realize the reward for your efforts will be the defendant's guilty verdict. I'm ready and confident. So, cross-examining Orla, huh? That was a bold move, boss. Now all we have to do is figure out how Mr. Rhymes manipulated Orla. That's right. Now it's Orla's turn to help us save Sasha.
An orca defendant yesterday, orca witness today. This is truly unprecedented. Even though this is highly unusual, I'm prepared to allow it. Bailiff, ready the witness's telecast. We'll have a 10-minute recess while the telecast is being set up.
I'm still not over Rhymes's like Popeye transformation. That was so silly. So silly. Also, they're giving us a to be continued, which makes me wonder how long. How long is this? Like, is this a we continue situation, or is this a we do this next time situation? Let's look at the chapter list real quick, I guess. Let's see here. Where are we? We're on trial day 2. The truth about crossing the Orla. The final. Okay, so there's still a good amount left. Somehow. Like another hour and a half at least, I think, is what this is telling me. Since we have 4 here and then 4 after that. So, okay. Okay. I'm gonna pause here. I think we'll continue the trial next time. Very interesting. And I want to play a little bit of Symphonia. So we'll change the ticker back to what it was before. So my bad.